Now let's talk about some of the cons. Depending on what type of claim you file, this could have an impact on your employment. Thing that comes to mind is TDIU. There are income restrictions unless you're in a protected work environment, and other things may happen. Some jobs you can have 100% mental health rating, other jobs you can't. So depending on your current working situation, a higher VA disability rating may or may not, be beneficial for you. Legally, employers can't discriminate against you if you have a higher VA disability rating, but there's certain government jobs, certain places are going to do background checks, and they're going to find out about your VA disability rating. It could negatively impact you. Another potential con is the impact on life insurance. This isn't across the board, but I have seen it happen. Some insurance companies view a higher disability rating than you have now as a potential risk. So look into that with your life insurance company. And then number 3, which is the number 1 con on my list, is every time you file a new claim, you file for an increase. You file a PACT Act claim, that's probably a new claim, or an increase. Supplemental claim, if you get denied and go back at them years down the road, you always open up your claim. It's not always 100% open, but you're basically saying, hey, here I am again, and they could potentially review every single one of your service-connected disabilities, and you could get a decrease while you're going after an increase. So, if you're trying to go from 30 to 50, and then they see something that you said or didn't say. So a good example is if you don't seek care, they could see that you haven't been to the doctor in 3 years for your service-connected disability, and the VA looks at not going and seeking treatment as you don't have a disability anymore. So there's a lot of different reasons why they send out reduction letters, but just know that up front. When you file a new claim for an increase, secondary claim, presumptive claim, it potentially can open you up to a reduction, and that would suck. Then you have to fight the reduction, get back to where you were, and then go after it again. And this all comes down to medical evidence. If they go and look and see no medical evidence, their automatic assumption is you no longer have a disability. And if you don't have a disability, you don't need the rating anymore. So the way to combat this is make sure you keep going to the doctor. So to defend my current disability ratings, I go 4 times a year. That's just what makes me feel comfortable. Other guys will do it once a year. But the point is, seek treatment for your service-connected disabilities. Make sure you have complaints, even if you're just doing My Healthy Vet complaints. Some kind of medical evidence in a medical record so there's not a void there. Just remember, other things can happen when you file for an increase and you get on this one-track mind where you're checking e-benefits and you're stoked, and you should be because you proved your claim, you used medical evidence, and you should be stoked because you educated yourself. You have good things to look forward to. Prepare yourself the best you can, build your entire claim up front, and get all the medical evidence you need to win your claim before you file it. If you want to learn more about the VA claims process, check out my bootcamp at combatcraig.com. And if you need medical evidence, hit up my med team. There's an email address in the description. They can help you if you're missing a diagnosis, your doctor's not writing down your symptoms, or you don't have a nexus.